Dante! Is this not why you were here?
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video, I'm going to go over Skullcrown. Now, the reason I'm going over Skullcrown now is because I just ran into a Skullcrown in Arena, and she blasted me. We survived, we managed to win the battle, but I have a Skullcrown. I started working on her a while ago, and then I never really used her, and I feel like I should use her in Arena more to get past certain stages. I've gotten in this like weird cycle of staying with the same teams over and over and over again, and not even trying to like experiment outside of like the 6 to 8 that I normally use. So I'm going to go over her kit, go over her masteries very quickly. I'm only going to go like touch on those a little bit and then take her into Arena and try to use her more. But before I do all that, I drop Raid Shadow Legends videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So please hit like, please hit subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. So getting into the gear first, I put her in a stun set because of her A1. Now, in fact, we'll go through the skills real quick. Attacks all enemies, places an extra hit if the target has more than 50% HP. Now, her sister, Sinestra, she does an extra hit if an enemy is below 50% HP. And I really feel like I should probably upgrade Sinestra to 6-star as well because I think that they're a good pairing. But anyway, I digress. Attacks all enemies on her A2 Corrupting Touch. Has a 50% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff. And those are the only like 2 active abilities. And I feel, ooh, maybe I should put some more books into her. Yeah, I think I should put some more books into her as well. I've been putting all of my epic books that I could get into Ursula, the Mourner, lately. So anyway, on her Resilient, her passive places an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn every time their HP drops below 20%, which comes in really handy when you're going against a team that just kind of nukes you right away. And the more I think about it, that has happened to me a few times, and she might have come in handy depending on how hard she hits on the retaliation. Then from the Beyond revives this champion with 30% HP, only available when Sinestra, I said Sinestra, sorry. Sinestra is on the same team and alive. So now we go into her masteries. I went down here to Flawless Execution. Basically, this is what gives her 20% extra crit damage. She right now has a 95% crit rate. And then Retribution has a 50% chance to counterattack when this enemy loses 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy skill, which then triggers her, I mean, all of her is AoE attacks, right? So then but triggers her A1, AoE attack. She's in a stun set, which provides an 18% chance to stun. And so hopefully on that retaliation as well, she'll stun. I have her in an offensive set, Divine Offense. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to change this to speed set. I don't think I have any divine speed, but I feel like putting her in speed might be better. Here, how much accuracy do we have? We have 268 accuracy. This is something I'll probably look into a little bit later because I doubt you guys want to see me upgrade a bunch of gear. But I feel as though, and after that dragon event where you had the 2x for speed, I didn't get much like great gear. You know what I mean? So this would be crit damage gloves, but I have crit rate on the gloves. So the second I put that crit damage on, then I drop my crit rate by 60%. Isn't that fun? And then do I have any speed boots? No, there's no speed on the speed boots. All right, so I'm gonna keep her in this for right now. Maybe I should do some farming later and try to get some better speed gear because I'm leaning towards putting her in speed gear. Anyway, I'm going to take her into Arena right now and try to just build a team around her. It feels as though maybe, let's just refresh. Should I take a few tomato can teams out just to see what happens? And then that's the other thing too. Her role, I guess, should be the nuker, right? I think she hits that way. And Abess is usually the one that I put in as the nuker. I don't know if she's going to do better than Abess. Or should I run it? She also does a weaken, so should I run her in that support role for the debuffs? There's the other question. Or maybe I should, well no, I'll use Raglan for turn meter manipulation, and for the heals and the removing of buffs. So I usually use that third slot for healing. Okay, so this is going to be an easy team to get past, though. I mean, Deacon Armstrong almost finished it, so. Alright, so can't really evaluate much based on that. Do we have a more difficult team? See, I've had a bunch of difficult teams all day today. And now that I refresh, I have nothing that's really 31K. And here's the worst part about it. I guess I'm tempted to just like pause it, do these teams real quick, and then come back because it's so difficult in Arena right now, for me at least, that I can't afford, in my view, I can't afford to refresh if I get a board full of like super easy teams to defeat, because I need those points. There's a tournament coming up. If I try to make a push to Silver 4, then it's getting these points is helpful. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if I should just like pause it and come back, because you can't really evaluate anything based on these teams that we're just running through right now. And I do have a bunch of arena energy that I need to use, arena tokens. They all expire in like 8 days. I got them forever ago and they're about to expire. So I need to focus on arena a lot more just to use it, just so I don't waste all those things. So right now, I mean, there's nothing to evaluate right now. All these teams are way too easy. Way too easy. Not that I'm complaining. Not that I'm complaining. Come on now. That's fine. Like, really, seriously, there's nothing here that's... All right. So what I'm going to do is, you know what? I could do this. I could just do 2x as I get through these teams very quickly and then come back when I have a challenging team. So be right back. Okay, so this team is a bit more, I guess, representative, even though it's single affinity. It kind of makes me want to take Deacon Armstrong out. I'm wondering if I'm gonna use Skullcrown as the nuker, then I want to go ahead and get my debuffer in there. Let's go ahead and do Madame Saris. See what we get out of this. Although they're not exactly a tough team because they're all a single affinity. I think I'll be fine. Well, let's see before I like judge off rip. So yeah, they're a little bit tougher. Well, of course they're tougher. You could tell that from the power level. But we have our debuffs, decreased defense. I hate when he starts going, because then I think I've never read his kit. I'm trying to remember what his name is, to be quite frank. Something Groom. That's great, isn't it? Great for me. But he has this ability, and actually I think I want to go back and read his kit, because it's one of those things of where it's every time someone dies, he gets an extra turn. All right, there you go. She had her A1. She stunned 3 people on that one, which is awesome. But she isn't doing a great deal of damage. I feel like, and obviously because the best is positive affinity, I feel like if I had a best in it, she'd be doing better. However, to be fair, I am comparing her to a legendary. So an Epic Void should be close to legendary, but still not a legendary. But it doesn't look like she's doing too much damage. I was expecting more damage from her than that. And it makes me wonder if I have her built wrong, but I don't think so. but we have a harder time clearing the waves with her. So it makes me wonder if the better solution would be to have her as the debuffer, maybe, with the weaken, and then have a best to clean up the rest, you know what I mean? Because with Madame Saris, she's great to debuff, but on that ability, she's not really doing any damage. Does this team have a similar power level? It's even lower. Let's try it one more time like this. But I don't think I have her built strong enough to be the nuker. I think I need to have her as basically like a secondary damage dealer. Put down the weaken and then have a best or someone else finish everyone off. Yeah, so even with weaken and even with that decreased defense, decreased attack, which doesn't really matter. But even with decreased defense, she's not doing a whole lot of damage. Which I'm sure I'm sure it's the way I have her built. Because the amount of Skullcrowns that I've run into that have been just absolutely devastating, it has to be something in the way that I have her built. Maybe I should have her, if I want her to be a true damage dealer, have her in crit rate and crit damage sets as opposed to stun. But that stun is so useful, especially if I'm using her in dungeons. I mean, it's great for crowd control. And even in this situation, even playing in arena, having the enemies get stunned every once in a while is a big, big plus. All right, so let's see. And I wish, and this is kind of a dumb wish, but I wish I could play the same team twice, play against the same team twice, so I can get like a gauge on how much damage can be expected. Okay, here's another all same affinity team. They're stronger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out Madame Saris and put in a best. I think my best is faster than my Skullcrown. So let's see. Or should I put in Madame Saris in place of Raglan? And put down the decreased defense before the 2 damage dealers actually get a chance to go. Alright, well, in any case. Alright, so she's stunned. So she did. Wait, what? I feel like I need to go back and watch that again. Let's see. She did more damage in that one. No, am I crazy? Feels like. Okay, let's go for the next one. I guess we can go here. Pay a little bit closer attention. I might even put her on 1x just to see, because it felt as though she laid down 3 of them. And so unless they were built in a strange way, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on 1x. Oh, 1x is slow. All right. So yeah, she has weaken, she stuns, a best comes through with the Divine Wrath. Of course, Doom Priest removes all of the stuns. All right, so I wanted to put it back on 2x, but I'm really trying to pay attention to the damage that's done. Counterattack, and see, that's the plus of the stun set, the counterattack. So now she's stunned 2 because of the damage she received. Yeah, I think I like the stun set too much. Like it is costing her in terms of damage, but I think it makes her a pretty good support champion. In fact, a great support champion for what I want to do. I have a best as my damage dealer. That's what I'm going with. And I guess I could put Skullcrown in 4 damage every once in a while if it's going to be like a longer fight and the affinity doesn't really match up with the best. But okay, so here's the opposite Skullcrown. And in fact, is there any way for me to see? No, because I would love to see how this person has theirs built, just for a comparison's sake. All right. Okay, so run it on auto. Oop, there you go. See, there's stun. I like it. I like having the stun on there. I really do. I really, really do. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave her in the stun set. Maybe since I don't have her built, maybe because she's not doing so much damage anyway, maybe I should take her out of the offensive set, out of the divine offense set, and put the speed on. Like, that was the debate that I was going into before I started this video, was should I put her in, and I even started off the video by saying it, like, should I put her in a speed set, speed her up a little bit? Because right now it's not a problem, but I feel like if I get higher up in arena that it will become an issue. The speed of my team overall, actually. But I feel as though I like her in this role more than what I was doing before. Before I would have Madame Saris or some other debuffer, Deacon Armstrong. But she's doing a fair amount of damage. Ooh. She's doing a fair amount of damage and giving that weaken. And despite the fact that I think decreased defense, the 60% decreased defense is the better debuff, the damage that she brings along with it might prove to be more valuable in the end, you know. All right, let's try one more. We did not win that match. So let me put in, I used my Dark Elhain as my other nuker. And since there's a negative affinity matchup for it best here, in terms of like balance, I'm going to go ahead and try Dark Elhain. And if not, then I'm going to revert to something else, and then I'll call it a video. Okay. And see, this is the plus where like Madame Saris, this is where Madame Saris would be the plus simply because she would have removed those buffs and made it a little bit easier sledding for the nukers, for the nuker. Oi. Oi. All right, so I think with this team, I think I'm gonna take out, where are we? Where are they? Okay. I think I am going to take out, how do I want to build this? I think I'll use Skullcrown in this situation as my main damage dealer, and then use Madame Saris to remove those buffs. Hopefully that gets something done. All right. That's a good look. It'd be nice to have another little piece of damage like right behind that. You know what I mean? Should I take out Raglan and then put in a damage and put in a bus, and not worry about the heals and the cleansing so much? Removal of debuffs. All right, so Skullcrown falls, but hopefully Raglan will pick her up soon. Okay. I mean, it looks like we're gonna win. We did much better this time with, I mean, she's not, the battle went longer, but, ooh, maybe I spoke too soon? Okay, maybe. Okay, now it seems like we have it under control. The battle went longer. The battle definitely went longer, but it feels like now we have a better grip on things with this composition. Kind of chipping away slowly but surely. Okay, all right, that's cool. I'm gonna keep working on my Skullcrown. I'm not satisfied with the way that, like, how much damage she does, and I'm having her in the debuffer role. Though I like the weekend, having Madame Saris or Deacon Armstrong putting down the decreased defense feels like it'd be better in the long run. I don't know. I'm back and forth on it really, because it feels like the weekend might be better if she's doing like legit damage the way that she was doing. Like, she wasn't doing a lot of damage, but it was legitimate. But if I have decreased defense and then following it up with the best is basically overkill with decreased defense. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking at it, keep working on it. But thank you guys for watching all the way through. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.